Hi, my name is Alicia, and today I'm going to be talking about Renegades by Marissa Meyer. And this book was so good. I don't know about you, but I love this book. And for those of you who haven't read it, I would highly recommend this book. It's super fun. If you're into superheroes, even if you're not, I think it's a good book and definitely worth a read. Marissa Meyer, she always has a fun adventure book, and this did not disappoint. This book is about two characters. One is a girl named Nova, and she is an anarchist. The anarchists are this group that they are criminals in the city and they kind of do what they want. However, there's not a huge group of them anymore. And then this book also follows a character named Adrian. And Adrian, he is a renegade. His parents are the two main leaders of the Renegades, and he is a renegade. However, Adrian has a secret identity as the Sentinel. He is this other superhero. He claims he is a renegade, which is true, but he's not like on any patrol units. He's just kind of posing as a renegade, but he doesn't really follow the rules. And then Nova, she kind of goes undercover as a renegade to try to infiltrate the renegades and take them down from the inside. So this book is so fun. I highly recommend it. You will fall in love with the characters. I loved hearing about them. I loved getting to know them. And it's just a really cool idea, and I really appreciated it. So for those of you who haven't read it, go and read it and then come back. Bye. Okay. This book was so good and just so satisfying. I don't know about you, but I'm not super into like superhero books, but I feel like that's kind of been the trend lately. I don't know. There's just been like lots of power books, but this one was really interesting and fun because the superpowers weren't just like original superpowers. I feel like Marissa Meyer, she like went into detail a lot and really tried to make these powers really unique and fun. So I really enjoyed that. Nova's superpower, being able to never sleep and to put people to sleep with her touch, that is like, I didn't think it was that cool at the beginning, but like that would be so cool and so fun and so useful. Like as an anarchist, that is so awesome. Adrian drawing, that is crazy. He can just literally draw anything. I feel like that's so useful, but it was crazy like in the book when he didn't have the pen and Nova had to like toss him the pen with the bullet. I was like, Nova, like don't give him that pen, but like she had to. But like that dude probably like needs to like tape pens all over him, because that would kind of suck because it kind of makes his power like kind of useless. But it's still super cool. I don't know about you guys, but I loved hearing about the origin stories. It's really interesting to me to know that like some people were born with their superpowers. Like Nova was kind of like born with it. She'd always known that she could put people to sleep, and same with Adrian. But people like Ruby and Oscar, they had these traumas happen and then they got their superpowers. So that was really interesting. I love that scene that they talk about their origin stories. It was really interesting to know about Ruby, especially that she like still has those gashes from like when that guy like stabbed her and they still bleed to this day. That would suck. So go her for being so like strong. And I love like the style. I just feel like Ruby sounds like such a cool girl. She's got the black and white hair and just super cool. Also, I thought Dana was super interesting. Too bad she wasn't in a ton of it because Adrian had to like burn her. But I think she did have a good part. I enjoyed her in it. But Nova is kind of dumb, and like with Dana, that was so dumb that she put her to sleep. I thought that was, oh my gosh, there's a fly. But I just thought that was not that smart. I feel like Nova was super fun. I thought it was super interesting. I loved to get to know all the anarchists and getting to see the parade scene, which was so awesome. I love the interchange with meeting Adrian and that whole thing, and then you see Nova transform into Nightmare, and that was just so cool. Like crazy, she has like this metal mask and like the hood. I just think that's so cool, and I feel like it was written so well that it was like almost like you were there, and I just love that. I just think Nova is super cool, and I feel like she was a great character, and I really enjoyed reading it. I loved also just the whole Nova getting involved with the Renegades. I love the Renegade trials, and Nova like showing up like, I'm the coolest person here. And it was so funny when they're like, what's your superpower? Or they're like, insomnia. And they're like, who never sleeps or whatever. And then they're like, so your superpower is like, you never sleep? And she's like, yeah. And they're like, well, can you tell us more about that? And she's like, well, I never, ever, ever, ever sleep. I thought that was funny, and I love Nova and her attitude. I think it's so funny because she just thinks she's so awesome and that she's so above the Renegades. But I just think it's really awesome how we were all able to see her kind of change throughout the book to kind of become a little bit more humble and see the Renegades for like being normal people too, and people that she could start to love. So I love that. Did you guys see like that Ace was not dead? I did not see that. Like at the end of the book, I was reading it and I was like, why is she going into the cave? And then all of a sudden, like, Ace is there, and I'm like, no, because I really wanted her to be like, I'm gonna be a good guy. But like now that Ace is in it, I'm really scared for the next book because I feel like she's gonna wanna like try harder. I don't know. I just feel like in this book she wasn't really trying to, like, she was trying to like get them to not like get off the anarchist path, but I feel like they didn't really have a plan as anarchists to like what they were gonna do with all the things that Nova was doing, and I didn't really see like the point almost. Like I thought it was a lot for like a group of like 5 people. So now that Ace is involved, I feel like now they kind of have like a chance because Ace probably has some tricks up his sleeves and he knows lots of people and he's ready to rile people up. And now Nova's working for the Renegades, so I think it's gonna be exciting. I just love this book. It was just so fun, and I loved seeing all the relationships. I don't know about you, but I really wanted Adrian and Nova to get together, but I understand why Nova like doesn't want to, but it's like she can't deny it. Like when they went to the carnival and Adrian, he's just wearing normal street clothes and Nova shows up in like the uniform and she's like so embarrassed, but like Adrian was like asking her on a date because no one else was, their whole team wasn't there, it was just them two. So I thought that was funny, and I just wanted it to be like that cute date and stuff, but of course it had to be, Nova had her plans, and I feel like it worked out so well, but I just don't understand why Adrian can't like connect the dots. Same with Nova, because like Adrian's always gone when the Sentinel's there, Nova's always gone when Nightmare's there, and it's just like super convenient, and like the Sentinel was always trying to save Nova, and I'm just like, Nova. Then like it was so funny when she like shot the Sentinel because she's like, who are you? Who are you working for? And he's like, I'm on your team. And she's like, no, you're not. Prove it. Take your helmet off. And he's like, can't do that. And then she's like, the like starts shooting him. And I think it's just so funny. And then the captain's like, hey, like you shouldn't just like shoot people. And she's like, well, why shouldn't I? And I just thought that was funny. I really thought it was super interesting. I really loved it. I love the characters. I do wish that we could have maybe gotten to know the characters a tad more. I also wish that we would know exactly why they have superpowers and like why traumas or like certain things trigger the power to happen. Like, is everyone kind of born with the potential, or like are there some people that are just normal and some that are like super or have the potential to be super? Because like Ruby, she's the only one in her family, and same with like Oscar. But then like Adrian, his mom had a superpower, and Nova, her dad had a superpower, and her uncle. So I want to know like if it's in like the genes or something. I feel like that should have been like explained maybe, like when they were talking about the stories and stuff, like the beginning of time of the Renegades and the Anarchists. But I hope in the next book we get to see that, and I'm super excited. I really love the characters and love this book. I feel like it's so fun and so interesting. I just had a really fun time reading it. If you want to discuss more, have any questions or comments, comment down below, and please like and subscribe. Okay, have a great one. Thanks for watching. Bye!